Big Ten Media Days rolling right along here in Las Vegas. Nick Koop and Wayne Cook, great to sit down with the man in charge of it all for the Bruins, DeShaun Foster, going into his second year. But before we get into previewing the season a little bit, another baby coming in the spring. Congratulations. So family of 7,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
How do you do it all?
I ask myself that every day. Now, my wife does a good job. You know, she pretty much takes care of everything at the house, and I get to focus on our boys.
She could do the post-game interviews too, by the way. I always talk to her before you get there, and she tells me everything I need to know. She's good.
She has a lot of experience in a lot of fields, I'm finding out.
She knows. I mean, she knows what's going on. I know she's got it. She's in your ear.
She's listening to this right now.
Of course she is. So today, so we're 1 year in. We're at the podium, and what I loved about it, and we've been interviewing players all day, so we weren't in there. Nick and I were sitting out here. We watched it. And what was cool to me was how, and I do this as a teacher sometimes, I look at the kids when I'm trying to teach them life lessons, and I say, you guys, listen, I've screwed this stuff up a million times. Nobody's perfect. I'm not sitting up here acting like I'm perfect, but we're going to get through this together. And we know this as athletes. Like, we make mistakes. You screw up, but you learn from it and you get better. And it was funny that you brought it up in your speech that, listen, like, I'm human. And then a year later, you hit it out of the park. Well, that's what I'm talking about. and that's how this is supposed to work, right? That's what you expect out of your team. Mm-hmm. You know, we were a 5-7 team last year, but we could have been 7 wins, 8 wins. You know, a couple things go different. How can we get better? And using yourself as an example, I thought that was brilliant.
I just wanted to show them that it's growth. It's growth in everything that you do, you know. So from last season, everybody needed to grow, including me as a coach. And this is a perfect opportunity to show my guys how much I've grown.
Right.
You know, so I just wanted to take this opportunity to show the world how much I've grown, and we're going to continue to grow, and you're going to be able to see how my team has grown when this season starts.
What have you learned about yourself in that growth?
Just mostly the motivational piece, you know, because when you lose games, it's hard to get them back up the next week. And that was something that I really figured out, like, okay, I can motivate them. I can get them to play. You know, because one thing that you did notice in our play is that we were playing hard, no matter what. To score, it didn't matter. We were still playing hard. So I just wanted to continue to do that, and I just love that I am able to motivate them. So now let's start working on different phases of everything and getting it going. But I feel confident in my motivational piece.
And part of that is you, but part of that's also building that up within your team, right? Like getting players to do it. Like for me, like, and you know this, any good team you're ever on, there's a lot of players, man, that don't put up with any nonsense. Like, you're going to do this right, and we're going to win. And we got to talk. We talked to all three of the Garrett and Nico and John, and I'm telling you, it was fun. Mm-hmm. We had a good time, but you could tell they're excited. Like, you know, who cares what the media polls say? I know you know. Yep. Who cares about all that stuff? What we're doing in our building and our practice facility is what's going to matter. And I could hear that in your voice a little bit in your speech, too, of what we're going to show people what West Coast football can do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is a performance-based job.
Yep.
And, you know, you have to perform. And I just think that my players understand the kind of off-season that they've had in the winter and the spring, and that's why you see the confidence that they have because of the pieces that we've added. But the people that we were able to keep, they were just working hard and were able to teach the new guys how we do things. And I think the sky's the limit for us.
And I think that dovetails into what I wanted to get your thoughts about. Natural to have the roster turnover you had because of so many seniors. Mm-hmm. How do you maintain the culture that Wayne and I have already picked up on in a short amount of time that you've had the job? How do you maintain that culture and continue to develop it with so many new faces?
Now, that's the piece of you have to make sure that you're bringing in guys that already embody these pillars. You can't spend a whole bunch of time on trying to teach him the discipline, because then it's going to come back and backfire on us. But if we can get somebody that their parents had raised them that way and he's already embodied, he plays that type of way, the sky's the limit. So I'm just excited about the pieces that we brought in, and I just feel confident that they understand everything that's going on, and then they're able to teach the next guy. We just keep going.
So when you're looking at these guys in the transfer portal, I mean, how are you determining that? Are you able to suss that out just in a conversation? How are you figuring out that this guy already has the pillars that he needs coming right into this program and to succeed right away?
So a lot of it is just talking to coaches, talking to parents, talking to the kid. You give him a time, does he call you right at that time?
You mean that matters?
Yeah.
I look at my students all the time, man. I'm telling them, I go, you guys, 5 seconds late's terrible. Day one, I talk to them about habits. Like all the stuff that we've grown up with, and you look at them sometimes and you can tell a ton, and they look at me like, you're crazy. I'm like, no, I'm not. I go, that's why some of us are going to be very successful and most of you are not going to be, because they don't get it.
They don't get
it matters.
Yes, everything. And they don't think that like it's a, I'm a real stickler with time too.
Oh yeah.
Because it's if you're late to stuff, you don't value somebody else's time. And that's the worst thing that you can be. Somebody that doesn't value somebody's time. Because the most precious thing that somebody can give you is their time. I know a lot of people think money is everything, but my time is way more valuable than some money. You know? So I just want to make sure that my guys understand. That's why it's almost a competition daily. What time you get in the building? Which position group is first? And is it consistent? Which player in that position group is last? Is he a starter for us?
And then you probably add in like, how you doing in the weight room?
Exactly.
We're hearing some good stories.
You know? But the numbers, Corey's done a great job with our guys. C. Mills did a good job just getting them to buy in and truly, because you spend the most time with your strength coaches.
Yep.
And this offseason has really been rigorous, but we wanted to put them through the hardest thing ever. So when they get into these games, offseason was the hardest, not these games.
Yeah. Get me excited about the coaching staff. So many changes, right? You got to retain a couple of really good coaches. You brought in a whole bunch of new coaches. Just feels like there's such a good energy. I watched a ton of spring. I'm telling you, I could talk to Tino all day long. I don't know what he has about him, but he is infectious.
You know what it is.
It's because we're QBs. I know. But I was the same way with Nico. I was like, Nick, just go away.
I'm not here.
We'll ask a running back question later. I promise. But we're gonna do that. By the way, did you see that? I know you don't pay attention to polls, but the only one I liked was they ranked all the coaches as athletes. It was pretty obvious. I mean, but you're number one.
Yeah. I saw a poll, and it was all of college coaches.
Yeah.
And I was like third or fourth.
It's horrible.
I was okay with Deion.
Okay, yeah, we can
I was
live with
okay
that.
with Eddie George. Yeah. But they had somebody in front of me. I got a quarterback from that school, and I didn't understand how he was in front of me.
Did you submit an appeal?
I should have, but I didn't know who to send it to.
Send in a video of you running the 40 or something.
All I know is I watched you play, and you deserve to be at the top of those lists. But hey, but let's go coaches that you brought in, what they're bringing to the program. I know we're not allowed to talk specifically about like specific recruits, but like you're doing a good job, and it just feels like there's an energy in that part of the world that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'll touch on the recruiting first. We're just trying to bring in talent, guys that want to be here. You know, that's the number one thing with UCLA. You have to bring guys that want to be a part of this. They want to be in this culture. They want to be a Bruin, and I think we're doing a great job with that. Now, into the coaches, they're doing a good job of finding these kids.
Yeah.
Tino Sinceri, my offensive coordinator, was at Indiana last season. We've had a previous relationship. His dad was my D-line coach in Carolina, so I've known him since he was like 11 or 12 years old. It was just amazing to see what kind of coach he's grown into.
Yeah.
You know, excited about him because he's really excited, and he's a young coach, so he wants to be successful, and he's going to do everything that he can to do that. Offensive line coach, Andy Kwan, huge.
And really, we talked to Garrett about this. Like, just to add to this, talked about the change with, I said, listen, you're going to take the most heat when you guys are not doing well, and no one's going to talk about you when you're winning. Yep. And he knew, and he goes, yeah, I know. And it's horrible. Yep. When you played, trust me, those offensive linemen mattered. Yep. When I played, same thing. So bringing in a coach like Coach Quan, young, energetic, been there, done that. Talk about players, right?
Yep.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, played the games, played at the highest level, but he really values coaching, and he values development. He understands that they're not finished products. So that's the main thing. I love that about Andy. We kept Jerry with our tight ends. He's doing a great job there.
How's Hudson doing? I can't get enough of that kid. I like him so much, man. And him and Jack coming back with the young guys. But Hudson seems he told you. I mean, I don't know if he said I'm gonna be ready.
250 plus, running fast, catching all. Like his catching radius is huge because he's so long.
Yep.
But we're just excited about Cuddy because losing him last season, that was big.
Yeah.
It was a huge loss for us. But like I told him when he got hurt, I was like, I'll get you for another year, bro.
That's right.
And that's what I'm excited about. So he did a great job this offseason of just finding ways to stay positive and just continue to grind, even though it was tough with his ACL.
Right.
And, sometimes you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But he put his head down and just continued to work. We brought Burl Toller in to coach our receivers from Cal. He's just done a good job with developing guys. Coach Mikey had a part in bringing Jet to our team too. So, that was a good thing. And then that's done with the offensive style. My running back coach, AJ Stewart, was somebody that I have a huge, we've been clinicking with each other since he was at Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was at Texas Tech, so this is 2016.
Okay.
And he did a great job at Oregon State when he was there, had all those backs rolling. Did a great job at Kansas last season. His back got drafted and did a good job. So he's another one that hangs his hat on development. And I just like guys that really want to get in there and get their hands dirty.
Yes.
A little bit, Now, defensively, I kept defensive coordinator, Coach Akaika. I just love the way.
Who did a great job last year.
Amazing job.
Yep.
He, all of those 5 games that we won those because our defense kept us in it. Just great that he was able to come back. In the secondary, I brought in
Coach Meat.
Yep, Demetrius Martin to coach our corners. Gabe Lynn is coaching the safeties. Coach Mead's just he was here with me the first stint with Coach Mora, and I just love the way that he coached demands and how he holds the kids accountable.
Yeah.
Gabe Lynn is another young coach. We got him from Colorado. He's doing a great job in recruiting also.
Yep.
He has 3 to 4 guys committed just at safety position. So I just love that my coaches really understand the value of recruiting and are competing at it. We brought back Scott White, great linebacker coach. He does a great job. Elevated him to associate head coach. Elevated Jerry to assistant head coach. And then D-line, we were able to bring in the old fox.
You got a big smile on your face.
Jethro Franklin. So Coach Franklin was our D-line coach here when I played.
Okay. Yeah.
I just love, he has a lot of energy. He has coached in the pros. We were able to get him from Fresno State, and just looking forward to it because, he has a lot of knowledge, and he can actually bring some of his NFL guys back around because Khalil Mack, he coached him at the Ravens.
Oh, yeah? Oh, he's pretty good.
And he's in San Diego. I mean, he's in a...
Dude, we're seriously have become over the last decade or so, we have so many good linebackers at this school. It's insane. And this could be a great segue. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm sitting there. We're losing Femi. We're losing Carson. We're losing Kane. And I'm like, what the heck? And you go out to spring practice and you're looking around and you're going, wow.
Yeah.
Linebackers still fantastic.
It's probably one of our deepest rooms. It's pretty hard for Scotty to recruit in this class right now because guys are like, there's too many. So that's a good problem to have, but we just got to want to just keep going. But we have the right type of kids because they want to get developed. Yep. They see they might not play early, but I'm gonna get developed and earn my right on the field, and then keep going.
We got to talk to Nico, and great to have some words with him. And very humble guy, very talented. Certainly coming in late to the fold here. What's the plan for you, for Tino, and the offensive staff to try and get him up to speed as quickly as possible with the season about 5 weeks away?
I think he's pretty much almost caught up. They Zoom every day. Now that he's on campus, they can Zoom every day. He meets with Tino in the morning, but he's sharp.
Yeah.
You
can hear it.
He's sharp. So I just feel good that he's actually taking the time to learn it himself and not just, I'm going to learn it when Tino's teaching me.
We'll stay with. I told you I was going to ask you a running back question, but I'm not going to yet. So I've met Nico twice now, and I really like him. Like I already told him, I said, you and I are going to talk after games all the time because he's going to be that good. And I told him how much I appreciate his footwork. And I think you and I talked about that earlier today. And he looked at me and goes, it still needs to be better. He goes, Coach Tino's already on me about that stuff. And I love that because, like, I don't care if you're a running back. I don't care if you're a quarterback. I don't care if you're Garrett DiGiorgio playing guard and tackle.
It's detailed.
If your feet are a mess, you're never going to be what you want to be. And so to hear
arm talent.
Well, I said, I know you got a big arm. I go, I had a big arm too. I go, but he's got so many gifts, but he feels like he realizes that he's got to keep going and keep working and keep learning. And I love that.
He's open to learning, and that's the thing. He's really open to learning, but he's an exceptional talent. I watched him jump 10 feet yesterday. I watched him do the shuttle, the 5-10-5. He ran a 4-1.
You can see it in the tape too. He's got it.
This is a talented young man
who's got so much room to grow. People forget how young he is.
Yeah.
So Nick, I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off here. I'm going to give you the running back question. Last year, we did not run the ball well. I bet you woke up in the middle of the night sometimes thinking about it. And sometimes there may have been a hole there and we missed it, or we didn't make a guy miss. Sometimes it didn't work. We didn't get the blocks right. I have to imagine, having a great quarterback like we have. And again, I tell you this, I love Luke Duncan too. I think he improved so much in spring. I'm so glad he's still a part of the.
And dealing with all that noise.
Absolutely.
He didn't let his play slip or anything.
Yeah.
I love that.
I always thought early in his career, he had a little bit sometimes where I was like, dude, you need to get the deer in the headlights look out at you, man, and just make the easy plays.
He thought he had time.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, man, he like by the end of spring, that last practice at the Rose Bowl, he looked sharp. So running back. So you got Jalen Berger coming back, but you bring in some new faces. And Frias is back too, right? And you got a pretty good room right now to go along with an offensive line that you've added some pieces. Just talk about what you expect from the running game and some of the players that you brought in.
Jalen Berger's returning, so we're really excited about that. But Javion Thomas, to transfer from Cal, home run threat.
He can make you miss in the hole too.
Exactly. And we needed that. It's a perfect combination. It's a perfect combination with both of them playing together.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that with Berger and him, and then also sprinkling Anthony Woods in there.
Oh, yeah.
And Anthony Frias.
Yeah.
I liked how Frias looked at the end of last season, too. He looked good in that Fresno State game.
Came in the Fresno game and saved us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a couple guys had missed protections in that game, and we kind of put them on the side and told them just go. And guess what? He grabbed the reins, and he's still been running. He hasn't stopped.
I know you've had a long day. You're doing great. This is fun. We could keep you here all day. I could tell you tonight, but I know I'm not allowed to. You can't do that. But you do bring in, and on the defensive side of the ball, we've developed high expectations. You got a brand new secondary. We already talked about linebackers. I think we're good. I really like defensive front. But if you could talk about the secondary and then coming off the edge.
Secondary, I love what we did. I was able to bring in Robert Stafford from Miami, the cornerback, Andre from Oregon State, another long corner. Jamar from Indiana. So these are all guys that have experience. Played, Key Lawrence at safety.
Yep.
Also at safety too. So I like the pieces that we brought in. We just want to see them continue to grab it by the reins and just keep going.
Yeah.
Like they're on their way and it's right there. But this training camp that's leaving and coming together is a perfect opportunity.
You guys going to be off-site a little bit too, with the plan still in the works? Can you say anything? Not quite.
Yeah,
we got them.
We'll be doing training camp in Costa Mesa.
All right.
At the Chargers' old practice facility.
Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome.
So we'll be down there for 17 days.
Can I get a field pass? Can I be down there?
Most definitely. You can get a coach's pass and come in the.
Perfect. Perfect.
You just made Wayne's day.
Right?
Come on.
Just like
good.
All right, Coach.
That's easy.
Hey, we got through this interview without you making any old jokes about me, so I'm happy.
Damn, it was coming too.
No, I just. It's only 9 years. 9 years. The last two Rose Bowls, you played in one of them. I played in another one. We need to get our butts to another one.
And it's coming right now.
All right. Beautiful.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Good to see you. And we will see you on the practice field here shortly.
Thank you.
Can't wait.
Appreciate it. Year 2, I went to the Super Bowl. Year 2, we going to the playoffs.
There you go.